my plans for this podcast, but I can't. Well, you know, if we can discuss about things we've done together, just because you know, we give shared experiences.
Yeah, I love a shared experience.
Oh God! Speaking of shared experience, I don't have. I was trying to think in my head what we shared. What could be a great segue?
Yeah.
That was some fantastic knobbing last night. I really loved how well, like, your aim into my arse was just.
Like practice.
There was a rhythm. Like, I loved the
There's a throwback.
Right, if you could shag someone, in any rhythm possible, like to any song, but you've got to back the beat.
Okay.
What are you backing?
Any song. I got the Shaun the Sheep, Rizzle Kick song.
What do you know about Shaun the Sheep?
Yeah. Or the Wallace and Gromit theme song.
Well, but yeah, would you be backing the do?
That's the one.
Yeah, cool.
Do.
Glass vigorous.
Yeah, you know me, James.
I do know you. My arse certainly does. Yeah, no. Ass the price. Is that the one?
I think it is.
Is that the one we slap your ass?
I think so.
It's certainly not more reasons to shop at Morrison's.
Every little helps.
Just
go to British supermarket.
Low prices, Lidl. That's not the slogan, but I just
what is Lidl's slogan? Or is it like big on quality, Lidl on price, or something like that? I think it's something like that.
In a cost of living crisis, we're like a Sainsbury's, but Sainsbury's are now an expensive Waitrose, so...
Sainsbury's is ridiculous price now, like, outrageous. I swear I don't know anyone that shops at Sainsbury's.
Thing is, though, you could say the same about Morrison's, but the thing is, I've got to respect Morrison's because I grew up with the Morrison's.
Like, I can't slander a Morrison's.
Because
my dad worked at Morrison's growing up, we got a discount as well, so like, Morrison's was just, it was Morrison's, we got a shop. So I can't slander a Morrison's.
See, I wasn't the breadwinner in my house for, 16 years of my life. And then I came home with a Tesco's discount card.
Oh,
and
before you knew it.
And then they were like, well, no, Asda's closer. Oh, if you're going to do the petrol to go to Asda, you might as well just hop along and get your 10%. 15%! One weekend every 4 months. Little interlude.
Word from my sponsors.
The Hug Police.
Yeah.
What were we on? Shoes? The fucking sun.
Shoes are on the side.
Give a fuck.
Spider's been killed.
Someone broke the looking glass. There's a full moon shining and the salt's been spilled. Boom. You're walking on pavement cracks. Doom. Don't know what's gonna come to pass. No, I'm not even gonna attempt it.
That was good though.
Yeah. That is one of those. This is a great. Well, it might not fully transition.
It's good. I trust this segue.
If I had like a dream role in because this will be an interesting. This will be an interesting way to get us started. Excuse me.
I told you not to tell anyone. Come here.
Tell anyone what?
What happened?
What did I do wrong? I'm baffled.
Anyway,
feel free to edit that out.
This would be a semi-good transition. Dream roles if talent didn't matter.
Oh, shit, wait. Dream roles if talent doesn't matter. Hello, welcome to the Mediocre podcast. I'm Jason.
Yeah, face.
Dream roles, first.
Yeah, but I think because you have dream roles, as in a role you feasibly think you could do. But then there are dream roles that theres no way you could do for one reason or another, but you would still kill to do.
I think I'd say that's mainly musical theatre for me in terms of like the question of dream roles. That I can't think of any specific roles like not gonna lie, I don't have a burning desire to play Black Panther in the next 15 years.
At the top of my list.
So I think musical
theatre, yeah.
The only reason I can go I don't think.
I guess roles you either can't sing or can't dance.
Yes, I think the narrator from Blood Brothers
would be so much fun.
Oh, I just
have some absolute bangers.
Madman is just
Madman is one of the greatest.
It's such a good cast recording.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Chef's
the Blood Brothers cast album is one of those cast albums where I'm like, it's just perfect.
It's great.
I don't think is there a song that I skip?
Yes.
maybe one of the latter Marilyn, because there's 3 Marilyn Monroe.
3 Marilyn Monroes.
The original Marilyn Monroe is amazing. And then there's a 2, and 2's...
You know the
third one's shit. I'm like, just get over yourself.
Because there's lots of... I think it's the 3rd Marilyn Monroe where they keep a lot of like the dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's just
Well,
oh, Linda, give me my tablet. I don't want to listen to that.
There's a song that leads into Take a Letter, Miss Jones. Where he's like, before Christmas anyway. And he does that
that's
whole
like 30
speech.
seconds.
Yeah, a 30-second song that then...
So,
is a whole
when
separate-
Linda's pregnant.
Yeah, is that pregnant? Is that, when you start?
When's the wedding then?
Well, we're thinking October, before Christmas anyway.
But
But that 30 seconds, it sounds really satisfying when that goes in. Like, if you listen to the full cast album, I won't skip it.
On
But
a
it's
side
like,
note,
if it's shuffled, I'm like, get out of it.
I like recently because the tour's been announced. I've been getting back into Take That.
Yes.
There is a tune on the one album that Robbie Williams came back with them to
Okay.
do, and it literally you go from Happy Now to Underground Machine. It segues.
Does it?
And it's actually
I have to listen to that after the pod.
right. Happy Now.
Yeah.
I think they did. That's the funny one that they did, like a weird comic relief thing with James Corden in it.
Oh god.
Yeah, so
That
that
is
has unhappy memories for it. And then it transitions.
That's amazing. I love when songs do that.
And then boop boop, and then Robbie Williams starts singing about men.
Yeah. I love it when songs do that though, in like music. They just
Sing
fade
about
so
men.
nicely. Yeah. When songs fade so nicely, it's like, oh, that's just...
What is your dream role? You can have as many as you like. Dream roles that you can't do.
I'd love to do Shrek, but there's no way I'm getting high enough to do, because like Shrek has got some fucking high notes. So like, there's no chance. There's not a hope in hell.
Is it
This is the
weird that
problem
I
with-
immediately thought, for me, before you said Shrek, I was thinking, if they wanted to gender bend Fiona and make
That would be so fun.
that'd be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be great. I would love to do
This
that.
problem, a lot of like roles in musical theatre are all like men, are all written for tenors.
Yes.
And it's like, no, it's not
I'm
happening
not.
with me. Not going to happen. Yeah, it's just, it's kind of annoying, but it's like, there are funnier side characters that aren't tenors. I'm like, I'll do them instead then. It's fine with me. What about dream role in general then, that you think you could do?
Well, let's separate this out, because I feel like dream role that you think you could do, I think the 3 obvious ones, like categories-wise,
Yeah.
are like film, TV, and musical.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so starting with musical that I feasibly could do. That's my problem. I very much doubt my singing ability very quickly. Let me do Trevor Graydon again.
Yeah, oh my god. Reprising Trevor Graydon.
Well, I never fucking got to do it!
Oh, you should reprise Ned again. 3rd reprise of Ned.
Yeah, I'll reprise that again. That'd be
Your
fun.
comedy comes in 3, so you'd have to do it 3 times.
You go from like school to Amdram production to professional.
That would be
No. To tour to the West End to fucking Broadway.
Oh my god, James is the Broadway Ned Schneebly. That'd be out of this world. That'd be incredible.
That'll be spunkalicious.
There's your story in the Graham Norton show.
Right.
You've played the role of Ned
The
Schneebly.
Holy Quintilogy.
Yeah. You've got the world record for most times playing Ned Schneebly. I played Ned Schneebly on every continent.
School of Rock is getting revived.
The
Don't you
China
fucking
tour.
dare cast that, James Skinner.
It would be like Blood Brothers when the same people have done it for the last 20 fucking years. You'll just be still doing Ned Schneebly.
Mrs. Johnson is still mourning her fucking sons, and it's still this Mary Berry looking people.
She does look a lot like Mary Berry.
She stopped doing it now. It's
I
kind
know,
of
it's really upsetting.
I really wish she'd crack on.
I do want to go see Blood Brothers again though.
Oh, I do.
It's such a good show.
So good.
Such a good show.
Elite.
Where are we going with this episode, James?
I don't know. We are going this way. What? Wait.
Oh,
What's
musical
your
role.
dream musical role?
I mean, it would have to be Elder Cunningham. Because the thing is, I'm thinking, I want to get some singing training at some point. Just because, like, even not going into musicals, it's good to have as an actor singing training, because you never fucking know. Because I know, like, at the start of uni in college, they were like, oh, actors sing a lot in plays. I was like, oh, do they fuck? And now I'm like, okay, no, they do.
Yeah, everything
You're not
seems
wrong.
to involve singing.
You're not wrong. So, I'd like to get some singing lessons at some point. And I feel like with that, I could probably do Cunningham. And it would be fucking fun, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
Fart Quad would be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I get... A lot of it is like, it's the singing ability.
Yeah.
So obviously principal roles don't do a lot of dancing in musicals, really. You've got the ensemble for that. So a lot of it is the singing. But yeah, I would like to get some singing lessons.
What about a dream TV role?
I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say the Master. I think I'd rather be the Master than the Doctor.
I've said this. I
think the Master's more of an interesting character. Like, obviously the Doctor is iconic, but the Master I think would be more fun to play. Like, villains are always more fun to play than the good guys. That's just sort of...
See, I think I would say I would be better at the Master, but I think for my own ego and for like the iconicness, especially from my own background of like being one of the incarnations of the fucking Doctor.
That'd be mental.
The problem is, I think the reason they wouldn't cast me, because, I think every few years, I reckon they're glad when the Doctor goes, yeah, I'm kind of done, I want to regenerate now.
Good.
Because they're like,
brand
new slate.
Yeah.
I'd be doing a Tom Baker and going, you've made the decision to cast me now, I'm now a popular Doctor. Try and recast me, bitch. Go on. I'm signing the contract.
I dare you. Stop me signing that contract. Go on, do it.
What about if you... I'll give you two or three here. What TV genre, specifically in the TV medium, okay, so you could be character in, so for example, you could say, detective in Broadchurch style detective series. Give me two or three of those.
I'd love to do some sort of sketch show, where it's two or three actors. But they just play like Little Britain sort of style, where it's three or four people who are just playing loads of different roles. That would be fun. There's something about being, and I don't know, I might just be being a moron, but there's something about being a recurring character in a sitcom, and not being a main character, but a guest character that's regular. So you come in and oh, it's this. I just can't think of an example from it. But not one of the main cast.
What's the one that was dating Rosa for a while in Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Because he comes in he's vaguely recurring, then comes back every season.
In, oh, this is funny character, comes back every now and then. Like Eldon in the last few series of the Next Step. You're oh, here he is, back again. What a chap. That sort of thing would be fun. Other than that, I'm not sure. What are you thinking?
I think for me, I want to do something something iconic sci-fi in TV. Let me do something on Star Trek would be iconic for me. Obviously, Doctor Who. I'd love in general. I don't care if it isn't the highest brow of acting. I do want to play in the nerdier realms because it's the stuff I grew up and still love. I can't pretend, I don't want to then become an iconic part of that. And yes, I'd love to do the Comic-Con circuit.
That I think would be so nice.
I'd love to do a project where I can then I'm then that level to go and meet people
and you see people cosplaying your character. That when you get to that level, that's it. To have someone come and meet you dressed as the character you played, that would be mental.
I really have this I don't know if you feel this, but from my yes, doing your Netflix shows and your Disney Plus things and things like that would be cool. I have this real deep love for your BBC, your ITV kind of smaller budget, close knit, proper pro-British.
Brexit TV.
I don't know. It's just the stuff I grew up watching in a way. And
this isn't acting, but do you know what I would love to do at some point is host a game show. Ooh. It's not acting, but to be like a Ben Shepherd on TV, that sort of thing where you're hosting a game show, I think would be so much fun.
That's got to be a lovely, consistent
paper. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, if
you do a few series and if you're Pointless, your fucking Chase, your Tipping Point, any of those iconic long-running ones, you're sorted.
Yeah. But that would also be a lot of fun to do. I'd love to game show host.
Be fun.
That's a bucket list thing at some point. Is I'd like to host a game show.
What about films? What iconic film role would you like to...
I mean, it's not a specific one, but I'd be lying again if I said I didn't want to be the human role in a Muppet film. Like your Michael Caine in Christmas Carol, you're obviously Jason Segel in the new ones, your Ricky Gervais. One of the main human roles in a Muppet film would just probably work with the Muppets, to be honest.
I'd have to cameo in a Muppet. I'll just be you are celebrity enough to cameo. I'd love to be Hugh Bonneville.
I was gonna say, like, when Hugh... Oh, that is one of the most random cameos of all time, though. Like, massive actor, and he's just got like 30 seconds, if that. It's so good.
Love Hugh Bonneville.
I do love that the Muppets still do that, though, because obviously that was what they, like, built their Muppet Shop, was like little cameos here and there. And then still do it in the Muppet movies with Hugh Bonneville just popping in. And then Chloe Grace Moretz for some reason, which was...
That is
the only bad point of Muppets Most Wanted for me.
weirdly,
Chloe Grace Moretz pops in.
the James McAvoy one brings me a lot of joy.
Really? He's the one that brings them the badge, isn't he? Here's
Delivery from Mr. Eagle.
That is so random. I love it.
What other Muppet
I always forget that
cameos
James
give me
McAvoy
joy?
just pops in.
I'm not sure if it's a cameo specifically, but the old man at the end of Life's a Happy Song.
Yeah. Someone by your side to sing.
I love
He's
him.
class.
What other... Danny Trejo, is that that's not a cameo.
Yeah, it is.
But I just love
I just love Ray Liotta.
Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah, you Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga at the start. For some fucking reason. I love it when there's like so random cameras. Like, why? Like, how did this conversation come about? Well, it's like when John Cena's in the Barbie movie, and it's like, well, sure.
Well, apparently that
Well,
happened
went
because
for
they...
lunch, didn't
yeah,
he?
and
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, fucking come
Well,
into
like,
the Barbie
that's
movie.
yeah, that sure is John Cena as a mermaid. Sure. Yeah. I want to see the Barbie movie again.
It was good.
I missed the Barbie movie. What's it gonna? It's not going to go on any streaming though, is it?
I think you can buy it on Amazon.
fuck off.
Will I fuck?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought anything on Amazon Film.
No, I don't think I've ever... I just refuse to buy things outright.
You know, it's not happening. Especially when people like rent something. I'm like, oh no, it's like $2.50 to rent. Fuck off. I'm not that desperate.
Is that what Netflix is to a certain extent?
Well, yeah, but then I guess you're paying like close to £10, but you get unlimited.
Yeah.
Like, there is near enough unlimited stuff on Netflix, and there's enough stuff I like. I'm not spending $2.50 on a film I kind of want to watch. Like, fuck off. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. What should we do? Do you want to do short films experiences or theatre-y?
I will
Stuff
let you
first.
take... I will...
Ooh, should we do theatre-y stuff?
Yeah, let's do
Should we
theatre
start
stuff.
with theatre-y stuff. Because we said we want to try and do stuff we've done together, but I don't think we haven't done.
We haven't done
like
enough.
big shows. We haven't done a lot. What was the first show you did? That you can like actually remember and go.
With obviously, you don't want to talk about like school stuff.
Yeah, I
do
think
you? Oh, hello. Yeah, I was a.
I was a tree and.
Well, there was this weird, because you know how like schools would do like weird like weeks of certain things.
Yes.
So I remember like in year 3. I'd just come off of being Joseph in the Nativity,
Legend.
which fumed me as a
no.
kid, because they were like, oh no, we don't want to give you too many lines to learn. Let's spread it out. Bitch, please, I'm Joseph.
What do you mean?
I had 4 lines as Joseph, and 3 of them were, is there any room at the inn?
But you're the father of the fucking. You're.
I am the father of the Son of God, which always really confused me, because
yeah.
did God fuck Mary?
Oh, it didn't happen.
Yeah, like that's
Sorry.
that's Mary's kid.
Yeah. So
But-
if you're the
but
father
is
of
it-
so you're the son of God. So you're
Why is
you're
it Joseph fuming? Someone has
I
just
feel like he should be way
inserted
more
a baby into Mary. Was Mary just like a big cheat?
I mean, that's pretty much from what Derek. She was like, "Oh no, he's
Son of God. I promise.
Man in
it's
clouds.
the Son of God. It's not. It's
He
definitely
came
not the
home.
owner of the chippy.
He came in and was like, "What is going on? We have not had sex in fucking years." Man in clouds.
You're supposed to be the Virgin Mary, for fuck's sake. You
can take that off your record. Fucking hell.
That's one less special skill for the resume.
Take that right off your CV.
So yeah, after my
Anyway. Too gone.
Just enjoyed the Mary cheating bit.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if I was Joseph, I wouldn't be believing all this Son of God bollocks.
I'd go fuck off. I'd go fuck.
Fuck off! I'm an atheist.
Show me the fucking angel then, bitch.
I'm
Shining down the night.
and she's gonna be my girl and me her boy. Sorry, I need to not sing that so well. That's what we're
Yeah, we're gonna
we
copyright
might
strikes.
copyright it if I sing it that bloody well.
Calm down.
Alright.
Yeah, Nativity. After your stint as Joseph in the Nativity.
There was then this week, and like the year 3's big week,
Okay.
was like you'd like make puppets.
Right, now you've got me.
And so you would make these puppets, and then you would like put on a show. It's like 20 minutes. I can't remember what the plot was, but I made this fat ginger monkey, and then they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna be the lead."
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna go around to these 3 different villages," and I think, and it wasn't that fun because it just hurt my arm. I was just
It just fucking hurt.
wanking off this. It was basically the idea was there was this curtain and you just have a schlong, and I just made this monkey. I was like. Just like above this curtain, that was fun. What's those are like my very early. I mean, I also was like, as a kid, it was weird I was put in this because Jen did it. My sister did it before I did, but Jen has no theatrical stuff. Now it's like one of these classic like summer school like theatre-y,
Right.
like basically. You know, like, you're in for a week, you'd create this show, and then you'd whack it on in the playhouse. There were, like, 3 or 4 lads, so the lads did all the interesting things. Like, Josh Clay did it.
Of course it worked, champ.
With me. It would be a fun week, and it was always the classic, because I think there was this woman who just went around the country and just did it, just taking her daughter with her. Her daughter would always seem to get the good roles. And there also never seemed to be any form of, like, audition process or anything. It just seemed
How
to be
peculiar.
a mild bit of nepotism.
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 Mild nepotism.
But I had a lot of fun. What tune to be... A little bit of Jolly Holiday I remember singing.
Oh, okay.
What's that one? I remember the tune.
Yeah, it was banging. I don't know the song. Right?
Yeah, but
it was a great fucking tune by the sound of it.
It was great. It was a fucking great dance routine. Yeah, those are like my very early.
I mean, this isn't anything about early memories, but you saying about like, I don't know why this has come to my mind now, but it has. We just said we didn't do many theatre shows together, but I feel like the one we should talk about, I don't know if we have spoken about, is Unison 9. Have we spoken about Unison 9 on this podcast? If not, I feel like this is a good time to talk about that.
Unison 9 always like
Such a
escapes
fever
my
dream.
brain.
And then it,
Something
then
that's
literally,
happened.
it just came back in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, that was the thing. So basically, in year 9, I really don't know what the point of it was. I don't really know how it came about. But there was like a project where you were split into groups, or you chose groups, either way. And you just had to put on a show. Like a musical. They're like, go on. And it was like, right, cool. So I think there was, someone did some sort of 80s inspired one. I'm trying to think of what I can only remember
can't think
ours.
of anything.
There was one
anywhere
80s
on.
one, and then there was ours, and we obviously did The Lion King. Because why not?
That was really.
So it was
culturally
me,
sensitive of us.
you, Becca Whitfield, Maisie Slingsby and Grace Hicks.
And Chris Cormos.
Oh, and Chris Cormos.
It's like when you've got you do like a cast list and then you've got with Chris Cormos
Yeah, you got at the end of the credits, you went over, and then it's with Chris Cormos.
featuring.
It's starring Chris.
He got so into it. He was just like
He put everything into that. He put everything into that role. So we basically did like a very condensed version of The Lion King.
It was
you were Simba.
Yeah. Was it like 10 minutes? Was like I think it was like
it was 10-15 minutes,
Yeah.
I think. Which is not a lot of time to tell the entirety of Hamlet, but we did it. You were Simba.
I was.
I was Zazu and either Timon or Pumbaa. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know which. I was either Timon or Pumbaa. But yeah, it was.
Well, we won.
It was just we won. We won. Not only did we win overall, they also did like Oscar style best actor. I won best actor. I think Becca won best female. Like we won 4 or so awards for that, as well as winning the overall competition. So we kind of banged it. But then as soon as me and you were in a group together, I was like, oh, we've won.
Yeah.
We've got.
We are talent.
We are unstoppable. And then Chris Cormos with Chris Cormos' scar. I was like, there's no hope for anyone.
With a great performance of Be Prepared.
Well, it's better than fucking 2019 live action Lion King with fucking.
Well, to be fair, I love Chiwetel Ejiofor. I wish
I
he'd
wish
got
he
the chance to
actually
properly
sung
sing
it. That's the thing. He was, and we know he can sing. I wish he'd actually got to sing it properly because it could have been class. I really hate that film.
That's such a bad
Such an
film.
awful. I'd rather watch Lion King 1.5 than Lion King 2019.
I mean,
I
yeah.
love Lion King 1.5.
I mean, our next performance together, because obviously I was doing, like Theatre in the Hut stuff, all the way up until I was like 16, 17 into like 18, like
So what's
directing
the next
some
thing?
bits. But I think the next
School
thing
of
we
Rock?
did together was the original School of Rock.
The original School of Rock. Now, what's really interesting about that is this is outrageous. The only reason I did School of Rock was because of Josh Watts.
Really?
I remember this so distinctly. The auditions were obviously after class, and me and Josh were in the same French class. And Josh was like, "Oh, there's these School of Rock auditions. Are you going?" And I was like, "I was going to, but I think I'm busy on like the week that the show is." And he's like, "Oh, go on, just come along anyway. It'll be fun." I was like, "Well, I will, but I'll make sure they know I don't think I can do the show dates." Obviously, in the end, I could. But yeah, if it wasn't for Josh Watts, I wouldn't have gone to those auditions. So thanks, Josh Watts. Yeah, it was School of Rock was a lot of fun, but there were a lot, as with any show, there were a lot of things that throughout I was going, what are we doing? Like there was Saturday and Sunday rehearsals that started at like 9 in the morning. I was like, why?
It was a lot.
What are you doing? Like, why are you starting at 9 in the morning? It's not a school day. We don't need to be here this early. And we didn't even do them on like just the run up to the show. They were pretty much going from very early on. I was like, we just don't need to do this.
Well, my casting process in that was really weird.
Okay.
So we went to the auditions. There was literally like one. There was one audition. I think people got callbacks. I think the problem was that I couldn't do the guitar, so they didn't want to cast. Well, not. I probably wouldn't have been up for it anyway, but I was certainly out of the running for Dewey.
Yeah.
And then I think they were trying to give a lot of like the kid roles. Fair enough. We were year 10 going into. We were like,
well, this was the last show we could have done
because it was year 10.
Anyway.
It was going to be performed in year 11, so we were the oldest year to audition.
But we're in the show.
So therefore, I think they were trying to give a lot of the kid roles fair enough to the young kids.
Yeah.
So I initially, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I got cast as a parent.
You did.
So I got cast as one of the parents, and then what happened was we had an absolute fucking knobhead. It was everyone was double cast. We had an absolute knobhead. Was one of the cast as Dewey.
Yeah, absolute more. I don't know why they ever casted them.
He dropped out pretty quickly, and then the person who was playing Ned got promoted to being the other Dewey, who was also kind of a fucking knobhead.
Yes.
And then I think what it basically was I could do. I presume I was the best, because obviously I don't think if you had to replace a kid, then you have to find another kid. I think they were like, we can still keep him as a parent, but he can also do the.
So wait, you were a parent when you weren't Ned.
So what happened? So initially,
So double cast. Ned was double cast.
Ned was double cast as well. So initially, what it was I just played that one parent all of the time,
right?
And then did Ned half the time, and then we were like 2 months into rehearsal, we were like, why don't the other guy do the parent when I'm playing?
Yeah, why don't we just double cast? Yeah.
Because I don't think they were even planning a costume change. It would just be like,
Ned's just there dropping his
parent.
Yeah.
But then also they were like, they didn't want me to do like the only scene when I got cast Ned. Then the only scene they wanted me to do as a parent was the if you're familiar with the show, the one where you always talk.
Oh yeah.
That parent scene. They didn't want me to come drop my kid off, and they didn't want me to then be part of because any time that could impact on Ned. So, but then obviously when they changed it, they could have. But it was a bit. But I found that experience of doing School of Rock quite fun, because at that time the person doing we got on. The person I was doing Patty with, we got on all right. Like it was.
Which Patty did you have?
I had.
Rhiannon or
now Win.
Win. You did have one. Yeah, that was the other thing. I think the cast was everyone in the cast got on. Yeah. For the most part, which was like it's obviously very helpful when everyone in the cast wants to be there. Obviously, there are a couple of people that I was like, I don't know why you auditioned for this. There's clearly nothing behind those eyes. But it was fun enough, and because it's at school, you can obviously kind of get away with a bit more. Not messing around.
We did have fun.
Yeah, we did have fun.
We did have
The
fun.
one thing I did find weird was that the way our school was like laid out is you had our hall with a full on stage. Like it wasn't like it was a proper stage. But the backstage was just an art classroom. Like the backstage door would open, and you went down some stairs into an art classroom, which was a choice.
But then it was quite a nice spacious art classroom.
Yeah. But then it was kind of it. I think that sort of added to it. Like if you're doing a school show, you want it to feel a bit like
It was vibes.
a bit mental, and it did. It did feel, but in the best way. And then obviously, it's not like we went out fucking drinking, but we had little sort of socials and stuff, and it was. We got to miss some classes for it. Obviously, closer to the show, they were like, "We need to rehearse." They're coming out of class. And I was like, "Oh, that's a shame. What a shame."
I can't remember how much it crossed over, but I believe it did because I have a memory of going. I was missing classes because of School of Rock sometimes, and there was this business thing that I was doing. So it was like, I can't remember the exact name of it. It was like a Dragon's Den style.
Oh, shit, I do. Oh my god, yeah.
So basically, there was like this initial process where you'd like come up with
Everyone had to come up with
pitch.
something.
It was it was 3 stages. Everyone came up with a pitch. Then you'd go over to this it was like 12. Well, so basically it was like they picked the 12 best teams from the year who then went on to pitch their stuff for to assembly of the class, and then 3 teams from there got picked to continue working on their thing to then present at a final thing. There was 12 teams, and it became 13 because Chris. It was like with the scar thing. He was a very obsessive human. He's not dead.
If he thought of something, he won't bless him. If he got into something, that was it. So you were deep in that. There was no coming out of it. So
from this project we spent a couple of lessons on, we were in a DT room, making a prototype.
I might be wrong here. Was yours the one where it's like a typing keyboard project?
It was a projector keyboard. Shit idea.
So wait,
which we literally nicked off Google.
So does that mean that you could, as in it was a keyboard with a projector in the front, or the keyboard was projected? It was a keyboard with a mini projector.
You could use the keyboard
as
a projector as well.
Did you say you nicked it off Google?
Yeah, we took those ideas off Google. We never.
Wait, how did you make a prototype for that?
Mason.
Yes.
No.
Well, yeah, because me and Austin were the only 2 year 11s, I guess technically in it. So it was very clear that we were massively older than any of the other kids, which is obviously a bit like it would be oh, we just need the kids, and then it'd be me and Austin there. I was like, it just feels a bit weird.
Lydia Cashmore was there.
Sure, okay, and Lydia Cashmore. Wait, was Josh Clay the other?
Josh Clay was Austin's.
Yeah, Austin's double.
Swap around.
Okay, well there was me, Austin, and Josh Clay. But yeah, it was.
But bear in mind, Austin and Josh wouldn't be on stage at the same
time. And bearing in mind that was 3 very tall. It's not like any of us could have passed for. We didn't really blame. You had people here, and then it was me and Austin. So it was a bit strange, but it was glad. I'm glad I got that role because it was a fun role to do. I think if I didn't get that role, I would have just been a parent. And at that point, I probably I'll do it. But
see that I was glad in the end because obviously I started it 2 or 3 weeks.
Would you have dropped out if you were?
I might have done. It was a lot of because I was in year 8. I was going to maybe do Little Shop with them, and I was did a small role. Was in 3 weeks, but their rehearsals for bearing in mind I was a 12-year-old kid, and they were doing 3 till 6 rehearsals twice a week.
I swear they didn't do the musical Little Shop though.
No,
or was that Blood Brothers they did and they didn't do the musical? Because I think they did.
They did Blood Brothers.
I think it was a couple years before Little Shop, so maybe the year before we joined. I think that I was talking to our old drama teacher. I think they did Blood Brothers, but couldn't get the musical, so just did the play. And I was like, no. I'm like,
that's the thing. Because on the one hand, I'd be like, if you gave me the play, there is literally doing Blood Brothers musical. I'd be like, I could try and sing it, but it might not be fantastic.
Yeah.
Whereas no, Brothers the musical. But if I did the play, I'd be like, yes,
Yeah.
I've got that. Like,
But then I think they still
there's like 3 or 4 of those roles that I just.
But then I
smash.
think they still do Marilyn Monroe in the play. I think that's the only one they do. If they do Marilyn Monroe, of course they fucking do. Give Marilyn Monroe.
Probably do an extra 2, 3,
for
17
for literally
fucking
no
times.
reason. They're just like just
Singing.
It's a good
Marilyn
song, okay?
Mon-fucking
But we
Rowe.
don't need to do 4 reprises.
Stop.
Just
Stop.
Mary Berry, stop it now.
I hate you.
That was really good. I really liked the anchor there, James. So where do we go next from School of Rock? I guess it's college.
College stuff.
Panto. That would have been the first show. That would have been Aladdin. Would have been the next show and the first one we did at college.
Oh my.
Abanaza. How'd your song go, James? I feel like we need to start with your song.
Wait, who did you play in that? You were the Dame.
I was
weren't
with
you?
a Twanky.
Oh, it was great.
It was good fun. How was
Billy
it?
was so shit at that.
He wasn't great.
He was so bad.
He just wasn't good.
Just didn't know how to play the Dame.
Well, it's outrageous when a first year shows up
Yeah.
a second year in something like that. I was like, Dimmy, you're a great guy, but that wasn't ideal.
I look back on that 16-year-old kid and I feel quite sorry for him because talent-wise he was good enough to do that role and I think he did a very good job. The problem was that rehearsal process was so tough and so not fun because everyone else, literally everyone else was double cast.
Yeah.
And I was the single cast for the villain of the panto.
And it's not fair at the end. Like, it's just...
Especially because I was expected to be, like, acting on all of the feedback I was being given every single time, whereas everyone else would kind of have, like, double the time every...
So obviously you'd swap every rehearsal.
And, like, Lisa was harsh.
The other thing, I think, the main thing that pissed me off is the song. I think we have spoken about this before, but not for a while, so I think we should.
So basically, we were doing a villain song. I can't even remember where, because I think it got cut semi-early.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a song, I'd never heard of it before.
It was from some really obscure,
Like
Disney,
animated film.
Really obscure, like...
And I basically, fair enough, I hadn't learnt the song. The other problem was, no one was, willing to, talk me through it or, teach me or anything. It was
Like
kind
with
of
everyone else, they'd gone through on the piano and sort of plodded it through so we had some idea what was going on.
Yeah. And then with me, I was just sing the song.
Or it was songs that we knew. Like, I did Money, Money, Money. I no one needs to plod through Money, Money, Money for me. In a pantomime, I can do it. Calm down. But yeah, your obscure villain song from some film from the 90s.
Yeah, that was not... yes, they cut the song. Yeah, that was...
But it was the way they cut it, because we were in the middle of a rehearsal. Lisa was like, I'm just going to put the track on and then you can just improvise around it. It's like, no. That's not how...
I was just like... The problem was, I just didn't know, the song.
Mm.
And she just told me to improvise around it, and I was like, well, I don't know. So I just started dancing really stupidly.
And then she literally, in that moment, right, it's cut then. And I was like, alright. Get out.
Yeah,
And for that to be like the first 3 weeks of Panto, it was like, oh, okay.
I think after then, especially through that rehearsal process, I think she saw how hard I worked. And eventually started cutting me some slack a little bit. But that first couple,
That was the first introduction was like.
I mean, you could ask someone else, or you could say it wasn't as rough as.
Oh no, it was.
In my head, I felt it was. But my God, those first couple of weeks of Panto, I felt like I was.
As it went on, it got better and better and better.
Dying.
But yeah, early doors Panto was just knackering. It was intense. But as it went on, I think it got better and better. As people sort of slotted into it more and understood what was going on.
And that's why, obviously, I might be jumping the gun a little bit here, but that's why I enjoyed the second one so much for having done the first one.
Second one.
Yeah, because I mean, there's not, did we? I think yours would be more interesting because I think for me, we did the first one. I enjoyed doing the villain, but the rehearsal process was very stressful. I was 3 shows a day is the same as a high intensity character. I was shattered.
Yeah.
Instead, doing the Dame in the way, because the year after we did Beauty and the Beast as a panto, I would genuinely happily say here my favourite experience ever doing a piece of theatre.
Oh, it's
and I doing the Dame, and I feel like that show specifically, it was basically written in a way that the Dame, more than I've ever seen in a panto before, was probably the main fucking character.
Yeah, the Dame barely left the stage in Beauty and the Beast. It was insane. But it was every time you came on, you had like a massive monologue to do. That I did not envy. I was like, that is outrageous.
Because obviously, basically, the Dame kind of like became the narrator style
Yeah.
character, and just like every time they'd come on the stage and
Update
they'd
on the story, and then
tell you exactly what's happened,
Yeah.
and you'd do it 4 or 5 times, and it would just be like, at one point, I was like, oh, I just don't fucking know
yeah,
what
I
I
don't
have
know what
to
I'm
say
doing.
right now.
Don't know where we are.
How did you find it? Because I feel like I know how much better the second one was for me. Was yours better because you were more into it? Was it worse because your character was worse?
I think the second one, I think I still enjoyed doing the second Panto more than the first. Purely because the first, so obviously we start college in September. Panto, obviously, show is in December, but I can't remember what time we must have started rehearsing and doing auditions. But obviously it would have been a bit before. So we'd only been there for a month or two. And then we're thrown into a panto, so I didn't really feel settled, didn't really have that sort of connection with the lecturers yet. It was like, this is all very new and all very, I don't know what I'm allowed to get away with. Whereas in second year, you know the lecturers more, you know the people more. You are, because it was first year, second year, and then you're gone. So second year was the highest year you could be. We were the oldest there. It was like, I now feel like I know what I can get away with. I can play around a bit more so than the first years can, because there's that level of respect between me, the director, choreographer.
And the first years had that feeling that we did,
Yeah,
where they're like,
but I don't know
I'm here for 4 weeks and now I'm doing a massive panto.
Yeah, whereas we were like, we'd done
Let's
a
crack
panto, and in your case a play, in my case a musical by then, and then panto was like, yeah, I know what I can and can't get away with now. So I can just play a bit more. And with it being a panto, it was like, right, I know that in a panto, you can improvise bits, you can have fun, you can see where it goes.
Like, I think, I know for me, I very much pushed the line of what I could get. Like, literally, I remember a rehearsal where I was literally just like, was doing the blocking, someone was ever so slightly in my way, so I just made, like, an in-character, very snide comment towards them. And just had, like, it was such a nice vibe, because we just, especially as the Dame, when you're just improvising, even in the rehearsal room, you can just get the room going. It's just, it's so nice.
I think, yeah, pantos itself, and which we can talk about, I guess, with the last thing we talk about in this is
I think we should end this with
back to
pantos.
But I just think the second one was more fun because, I felt like I could push the boundaries a bit more and be a bit more risky. And I know that if it was too far, they wouldn't get mad. They'd just go, maybe not that.
Yeah.
And so, okay, cool, no worries. I won't do it again. But I think, we started to play with, get this word in the show somewhere. It was.
But the lecturers would give us words.
Like the choreographer came up to you and was like, "Oh, put this word in there," and it was it felt more like a. Weirdly, because we could mess around more, it almost felt like more of a professional environment, where it wasn't like, I'm being assessed. It was, I'm doing a show. Obviously, we were being assessed, but I wasn't like, shit, this is an assessment. Whereas with the first one, I was kind of like, I've got to make sure I hit all the marks for the assessment, whereas I was like, I've got to make sure I hit all the marks because I'm an actor and I'm on stage and people are paid to see it, so I probably should.
This is my question to you.
Okay.
Is that the only show properly? Because you could say Unison 9, you could say the first fucking panto if you wanted to. Is that the only show where me and you have properly been allowed to do shit together and fuck about together?
Because that was the other good thing about that show. It traditionally with a panto, obviously you've got all your stock characters, and within that you've got a dame and you've got the old man, whether it's the mayor, the father. Like in Beauty and the Beast, it was me and I was Belle's father. Sorry, Rose's father. And that meant that the dame and that character usually have a lot of flirting and
flirty banter.
And then, so when that was me and you, it was like, right, this can be the most.
Town
not only was it me and you, because it was double cast. There was a chance it could have been me and you, but in separate casts. But it was me and you in the same cast, and the other one who was playing my character was never there. So it was majority of the time it would be me, and that was a lot of fun to just piss around. And yeah, we've been saying this. We haven't done a show together
properly
since that panto. like, I know obviously we've got Joseph coming up now,
But
and that
even
will
in
be.
Joseph, we can't.
It's not like there's no scenes in Joseph.
Yeah.
We're basically like a glorified ensemble bit. Like the Brothers is basically like an ensemble that has slightly more to do. We haven't done a show where it can just be like a scene with us two.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like. Yeah, when I say us two, I mean like us two on a stage saying some lines, like
Yeah.
play it, like properly bouncing off each other instead of in Joseph at the back, just
Where there's like 7 other people within that group. But hopefully it will happen. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Well, I'm still holding out for 3rd year shows.
Terry Fender.
Go on,
It's
Terry.
Come on, Terry.
Come on. That'd be incredible.
I really hope.
I really want to get Terry Fender.
Really hoping that I'm hoping I read that play and go.
This is
that's
class.
the one.
Not only read it, go, this is class. See a character and go, yes, this is class.
That's
it's
me.
Terry Fender. That's me. This is a great play. Let's do it.
Just give me
So
something
now,
meaty for 3rd year play.
Yeah, please, something
If
good.
it's comedically meaty, if it's dramatically meaty, I don't give a fuck.
I just want
meat.
it. Yeah.
I
just want
to
meat.
fuck off the vegans and right. My metaphor for 3rd year
Yes.
play is I want it to be a fucking tomahawk steak where I can just
Oh.
grab the bone.
Yum yum.
No,
Like
the can.
like that big fucking turkey leg you got. Just,
Yeah.
Oh yum yum yum.
That was great. Just
Was
like
it
one,
good?
so £1.50. Like it was just my dinner. I just had a turkey leg.
Yum 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 yum. War on Panto. Should we talk about our newest endeavour?
I'm nervous just in case we don't get it.
Oh, we can talk about it. We won't talk that in depth in case we don't get it.
We
Last week we auditioned for a panto.
We could be getting back into the pantomime game.
So since doing Joseph with like the Falmouth Theatre Company, we've sort of all started like, oh, there's other theatre companies in Cornwall. That's cool. And obviously this time of year is when pantos will start auditioning, rehearsing, and all that jazz. There were 4 or 5 that I was looking at going, oh my god, there's so many going on. The problem was a lot of them started working on stuff about a month ago, and I was like, this is too far into the Joseph stuff. I can't be missing Joseph rehearsals now. Whereas this last one fell quite nicely. The auditions were last Sunday. I was like, right, that's nice. The auditions won't start, the rehearsals won't start until Joseph's done. Perfect timing. So they said, no offence, they said we should hear back by the end of the week. It's Saturday.
I feel like Friday is the end of the week.
Tomorrow we would have, tomorrow will be a week since we auditioned. Don't tell us it's going to be a week and then not do it. Come on. Especially as originally rehearsals were meant to start tomorrow.
Yeah, they were.
I don't think they are now because they realise that no one could be there.
That isn't a good enough reason.
But
just to
that's not a reason to just bin it off. Or email, go, oh, they're a bit late. We're still... Just communicate. If you haven't got them yet, fine. Tell us, we're still sorting some stuff out. That's fine, but just communicate.
If I was just like the one person, I'd be like... I'd be sending a text going, yo, did I obviously, because I know no one received an email, but I'm like, did I write down my email or phone number wrong? Like, can you not read it? Like, what's going on? Because you haven't communicated it with me.
So if it's not by tomorrow, I will be a bit pissed off. But I don't think it'll be a Sunday.
To be fair, if I haven't heard anything by like the evening of Monday, I will probably
tomorrow. I'll give
the bloke a text
I'll
and
give
go,
him a
yeah,
week.
what's going on?
Yeah, I'll give him a week, and then if nothing, I'll be like, no, come on, just sort it out. But it is exciting. The prospect week could be. I
Back
miss
in the
doing
Panto game.
Panto is just so much fun. Like, just have it, and I quite enjoyed the audition. So the situation was we had to go to the kids' audition in the morning because in the afternoon we had Joseph rehearsals. So we missed the adult rehearsal audition, which is really weird now because I don't know
what
the caliber of adults that auditioned for the roles. Like, let's be honest, all of the people we auditioned with, 99% of them are going to be chorus. There were a couple of ones that were a bit older that, like, yeah, you could probably be the silly...
Right, not gonna lie, I would be pissed off if any of them were picked for a principal role over any one of us.
Yeah, but I think there's, like, the 2 taller ones that did a bit...
Even
together.
then...
I was like, one of you, if you got, even if you got, Silly Billy, like that, sure.
If all 4 of us
Or,
had
to be
roles
fair-
and them, fair enough.
Or, to be fair, if one of them got... Because Principal Boy has to look the youngest, let's be honest. So if one of them got... his name's going to be Jack or Joe or some shit like that. If one of them got that role, you have to look young. Yeah. If none of the adults look young enough, that's fine. But yeah, if one of them comes out, oh, they're the dame, I'd be like, fuck off. Are you telling me there was no one in that adult audition better than this 12-year-old? Bollocks. Sorry. But no, it would be fun to get back into Pantomimes. It's just weird to not have met any of the other adults yet.
Well, we don't know who we might end up. I might end up knowing some of them. I don't know who audition. Obviously, I've done a play with them before. Should we cut this here and leave part
should we come back with a film screen
I think we don't
special?
even need another guest. We can just
No,
do
we can just do it. Yeah, we'll just come back and do a whole screen-based one.
Yeah.
We're so good at waffling.
Well, screen and a bit of theatre. I think we've still got more theatre to talk
We just
about.
waffle.
We're so good at this.
We're so good at waffling. Subscribe for waffle.
Thank you.
Really
Fuck off.
Salute. That was very.
I feel like 2016 was
I'm not gonna lie. Early doors fandom master. There was
See
a
you
lot
later.
of fucking saluting. That was really good. If you're not subscribed to Nerd Brit, you should be, or something like that. What was it?
Why I man go Gregs?
Hi, I'm Will and E. If you're not subscribed to the Nerdy Brit, you should. Then you're a loser too. Something like that. You're old.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's